Hello? Hello? Anyone around? I got some questions about time travel that I kinda want answered.
Hey, you think he'd notice we're here?
Not if you talk that loudly, Joey.
I thought he was whispering
Whispering what?
something about a time machine.
Time machine? You don't say.
Well, you see...
Favoon, let me handle this. See, our boss man didn't like how long his Food Network show lasted, if you know what I mean.
So we took a time machine joyride and invented churros.
Churros?
You know that cinnamon on them?
Yeah?
You're welcome.
Alright, now that conspicuously large machine behind you that I should have noticed earlier, that's the time machine, correct?
You bet. By the way, we never caught your name. So, Miss Tall and Pretty.
I thought that was a guy.
Then what was up with all them waifus?
He's in there, man.
What?
Okay, it was December, big fucking whoop.
What did you just do?
I made sure my previous commentary existed.
Wait, you're TB?
I'm using Mimi as an avatar. Who else in this community would do that?
I don't know, talk to that other guy we sort of brought back with us.
Other guy?
Why is there more than just black behind me? Why am I moving? I still don't know who you are, and who are you?
Why?
We took a wrong turn when trying to invent churros.
We blame Joey for that.
Yeah, it totally was.
I guess I'll break the news to him. TP?
Yes?
Where are you from?
I don't think I should dox myself.
I meant the time period!
February 2013?
Listen to me. I'm you, but 3 years and 10 months into the future. You're only in this time because of these buffoons over here.
I'm Favoon, though.
I will turn you into glue!
If you're me, why did I get so mad? And can I ask who you're using?
Oh, 2015's gonna be fun for you.
Hold it! This is totally infringing on my rights!
Who are they?
Are you young, TP?
Yeah?
Ryan, get the gun.
Why?
That won't be necessary, Ty. TP! You know I did the whole co-oping with your past self shindig before you!
Whoops, so much for the surprise. Anyways, so?
So explain to me, what gives you the right to do this concept that I, the great and powerful Ryan, did before you peasant?
Let's see. Well, for starters, there's far more differences between me and my past self than you and yours. Seriously, all you did was slap on a different mic and a pony mane.
Hey!
Well, it's true.
Well, at least my version isn't full of Mimi memes. You Mimi.
There's also that Gliss got to the concept first.
You're damn right.
Hey, boss man, when did you get here?
Boss? What? You said you were on a job for the sweet genius.
Yeah, cool story. Anyways, I forgot to mention this is also a try-out.
Try-up?
But there's more than 3 people here. Who's he?
That is our third member. Ryan, where's your third member?
Actually, if I could answer your question with another question, you do realize what jokes I could be making right now, right?
One last thing separates my video from yours. Theming.
Theming?
See, while searching for the time machine, I came across some material. Does a cute Mimi 25 ring any bells?
Hey, I did a video on that guy recently. Why is he still ripping off the memes?
Well, great to see how fucked this whole thing is, but how are you going to keep this trio when one's not even supposed to be in this time?
Hey, who's gonna clean up the time machine?
Oh, you mother!
Well, TP, think you just got your opportunity.
Splendid.
I never say that.
You also never edit your audio. Speaking of editing, roll the intro.
Wait, when did I start making edited intros?
After you became inspired.
You're fucking welcome, by the way, you bitch.
Well, what's with the song?
Listen, half the avatars you'll come to use are females from Japanese products. You'll learn soon enough. As for the video...
Welcome to a very special discussion time video I want to talk about. Well, somewhat special if you ask me.
I think that proves my point.
So we're starting the video off with obvious bias. Great, I'll know to lower my expectations.
Just a heads up, bias doesn't make him wrong.
We're also doing this commentary with a side of gravy.
I want to ask you guys a serious question.
Pokemon waifus are a serious topic.
Do you remember when they debut a new Pokemon series, they always replaced one of the main characters, or actually a few of them, except for Ash Ketchum himself because he's the main one. When they went from Kanto to Johto, well, nobody left. Well, Brock left for a short while.
Oh yeah, flubs like this are all throughout the video. I'll cut the long pauses out from here on in, but dude, if you can edit the video, you can edit your audio.
Implying what's on screen is editing to begin with.
And replaced her with May and Max. Then after the Hoenn series, May and Max went their own separate ways and they replaced May with Dawn. Then after the series Diamond and Pearl, they got rid of Dawn, obviously, but they also got rid of Brock. The main reason why they got rid of Brock is because, well, he's not in the newer games, so that's reasonable enough, and he wanted to focus being on a Pokemon doctor.
Except for the part where Brock tagged along in Hoenn and Sinnoh, regions Brock does not appear in the games. Even then, Johto's dubious with that since Brock himself never appeared in the Johto region. He only appeared in the Gen 2 games after traveling back to Kanto.
And before anyone cries out remakes, they are...
Remakes?
Shut your face! The remakes are hardly a reason anyways. Maybe Game Freak had the idea of doing remakes of the Kanto and Johto games well in advance, but what about the anime writers? Did they get included on the remakes? And then there's Black 2 and White 2, where Brock actually appears in the Pokemon World Tournament. By that logic, Brock should have stayed with Ash and Unova, seeing as Brock would actually travel to Unova in the games.
Then they replaced both Iris and Silent in the series. I was actually surprised that they were going to replace Silent as well. I wasn't surprised that they were going to replace Iris, because they always do this every series. I just want to ask you guys a very serious question. Since they replaced those two with Serena, Clement, and Bonnie, we know Clement and Bonnie are going to leave, no duh.
How do you know that? Maybe the writers could have had those two stay instead of having them leave in whatever region X and Y is set in. Hey, what region is X and Y set in again?
Kalos. And actually that's something I like to talk about. Now, at the time of recording, the X and Y anime has ended in Japan, and all of Ash's companions left. But these were episodes that aired way after the original video was uploaded, meaning he couldn't know for sure. That's the issue I take with this. Not that Clement couldn't leave the show, but more that this guy had no proof at the time to know for sure, and never gave him a reason as for why in this video.
I thought Y was the one with the chicken on it. I kinda like the deer more, honestly. I mean, it's got these sword legs.
In any case, Clement also had a robot take his place as a gym leader while he was traveling with Ash, meaning at the time of the video, Clement would have had an excuse to stay on the show without his duties being completely abandoned.
I want to ask you, do you guys want Serena to leave the series also, or do you want her to stay?
Not saying you can't ask, but by chance, do you think that'll change any plans the anime has made?
Well, didn't Brock only come back because fans wanted him back?
Yeah, but that hasn't brought back Misty or May. Plus, there's an interview on PokeBeach with former director and storyboard artist Matsumitsu Hidaka back in 2008. So this info was out at the time of the video. In the interview, Hidaka stated that the female companions always changed so the boys would have new eye candy to look at during the new seasons. Also bringing up how more customizable females tend to be, and stating that Ken Sugimori designing new female characters gives him an excuse to change the lineup.
That sounds pretty sexist.
Yes it does, but that's the only out-of-anime explanation we have for why Ash's female companions have left. And seeing as this didn't stop with Dawn or Iris, I don't have much of a reason to see why this would change with Serena. And this isn't even counting that the anime is also suggesting that she'll leave by the end of the season as well. Where's your waifu?
Right there.
You know what I meant?
Even more, that interview also states that Hidaka plans his stuff for the anime 6 months in advance. So, given that the anime changes seasons right about when the games come out, wouldn't the anime director have already decided if Serena would stay or go at the time of your video's release?
Now, before we get into if Serena should stay or she should go, I want to talk about the older companions, starting off with Misty because she's the original companion for starters. Now, the reason why Misty left the series, actually, I should mention how she was able to go from Kanto to Johto.
Orange Men never got around to building that wall.
They were able to go with him to the next region because in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you can actually go back to Kanto and battle the other 8 gym leaders from Kanto, like Brock and Misty, of course, as well as the others as well.
But wasn't Giovanni gone during this time, despite being the original Viridian gym leader?
Well, that's besides the point. Yes, Brock and Misty reappeared in the Gen 2 games, but only after returning to Kanto, as in not Johto, the region Ash, Misty, and Brock stayed in during the Gen 2 series, so your point holds little ground. Even with the remakes, which shouldn't count anyways, but let's just hammer the point in, Brock and Misty were only in their gyms, Diglett Cave for Brock, Route 25 for Misty, or the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City, all of which are in
Cambodia.
Do I spend my time going on tangents when I get older?
But the reason why Misty left after the Johto series was done with, mainly because in the Hoenn games like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you can't go back to Kanto, so that's pretty much why they kicked her off the series.
But Brock isn't Hoenn, man.
Well, he's not wrong.
But in the anime as well, more specific details.
TP? Can we skip this part? All he'll go on about until we cover May is just the circumstances that forced Misty out of the show. It's something we could look up in a plot synopsis for the series, or if I wanted to look up what Misty did on something like Bulbapedia.
This isn't even about shipping armor.
Actually, it's called Amore shipping, and yeah, it is. In fact, you could argue that if the point of the video is just wanting to keep Serena in the show, why is any of this here?
For the subway.
Now let's talk about May, the one protagonist who replaced Misty in the series. Now, they replaced Misty with May because
Orange Man finally got around to building that wall. Turns out all he needed was some Gatorade.
in the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games, you can't go back to Johto or to Kanto.
But the Battle Frontier isn't even in Kanto.
Oh my god, he has a point.
It's in Sinnoh.
Run into a knife!
He's still right. The Battle Frontier saga still had May travel alongside Ash, despite the fact that in the anime, it takes place in Kanto, a region that May never travels to in the games. I understand that May can travel to the Battle Frontier in Emerald, but in those games, it's just off the coast of Hoenn, not all throughout the Kanto region.
Not to say the least bit about how Kanto, in the games, lacks any contest halls, so May's just given an excuse to come back anyways.
The anime created more contests for Hoenn too. May would have lost her spaghetti otherwise.
But if they're willing to create excuses for May to come back, why not Misty? Especially considering that not only did she appear in Hoenn for a few episodes despite never appearing there in the games, but the anime Battle Frontier takes place in Kanto, aka Misty's home region.
Back on topic, the reason why May left the series is because
Eye candy.
Man, talk about eye candy.
after the Battle Frontier, Ash wanted to go to a new region altogether, and May wanted to go to some other region that focused on contests.
Which the anime outright said was in Johto.
And a weak as shit argument considering that Sinnoh had contest itself. That's the main thing she does in Sinnoh anyway.
I still hate Dawn in 2016? Man, I'm glad some things never changed.
And I'm glad some things did.
Like what? Okay, I think you've proven your point. You can stop now. Please?
Bitch had it coming.
He only had Joey to blame.
So Ash wanted to focus to be on a Pokemon Master, and May wanted to focus being a coordinator, so they had to go separate paths. It was unknown if Sinnoh had contests or not, but since now we know that they did, basically May came back for that.
Yes, for 5 episodes with the excuse of competing for a ribbon that could be used for any grand festival. And before you try arguing that no one outside the region would know, keep in mind that Dawn's mother, Joanna, is someone who's an accomplished coordinator herself. She likely would have had some name for herself for being a top coordinator, so I doubt no one knew Sinnoh had contests.
In fact, I wish Michelle Notch would do May's voice at least one more time, and Veronica Taylor as well. They both did a fantastic job voicing. I just prefer Michelle slightly a bit more, but when it comes to Ash, Veronica nails it.
Hey, you guys mind if I try making fun of this or something?
With what? I'm officially scared now.
I must confess that my
No! We are not doing this! Even your old self knew you weren't a good singer. Stop it!
Aww. Well, can we at least have this as the backing to the rest of this point?
Why do we even have background music?
Blame the monkey.
Just letting you know, I fear for my future self.
He needs therapy.
You know, it just now hit me. Why are we still here?
That's a question that has a very easy answer. Race to the spaceship.
Oh, you better get back here, you heckin' kike!
Correct me if I'm wrong, but couldn't you do that if you just attended a convention that had her or something? Unless they don't like the voice, I highly doubt a voice actress would object to saying something in the voice they did upon request.
You know, I'm still kind of bummed that I couldn't sing. I mean, how else am I supposed to convey that this guy came out so desperate that my thirst for anime girls could actually be seen as tame in comparison?
So, wait, I get desperate when I get older?
Okay, maybe not that bad, but still bad.
Now let's talk about Dawn, the one protagonist who replaced May in the series. At first, I was sort of a little sad that May had to leave, but when I found out they were replacing her with Dawn, I dealt with it. In fact, to be honest, I think Dawn's beautiful.
I retract my previous statement. No, yours is worse.
Okay, can we skip Dawn? The less of her we have on this channel, the better.
You and me both. But,
He fucked up on something, didn't he?
yeah.
Towards the end, after the Sinnoh generation was done, like they're finished, Brock wanted to study to become a Pokemon doctor, so he left the series and they replaced him. Dawn wanted to stay in Sinnoh to focus on fashion designing. She officially decided to give up on coordinating and decided to move on to fashion designing. Who knew that was going to happen?
Well, clearly not you, because that's not at all what happens. Dawn didn't stay in Sinnoh. She actually left for Hoenn to compete in more contests. For someone who likes Dawn enough to make her your fucking channel icon,
That is not a Mimi. That is not even a Calvin.
I'm surprised you got something this big about her departure wrong.
Actually, she did go into fashion designing for a bit, but she didn't stay that way. The episode where she made up her mind about going to Hoenn for contest wasn't ever aired in the US, but what did make it to the US was her appearances in the black and white anime, where she specifically left to travel to Johto for a contest.
The plane from Mandela Town to Johto's Blackthorn City is now ready for boarding. Please have your boarding pass available for the
Dawn, lots of luck when you compete in the Wallace Cup. And make sure you win it, no matter what!
So even at worst, she didn't give up on contests, she only stopped temporarily.
Now let's talk about Iris, the one character who replaced Dawn in the series when they went to Unova. At first I hated her because, well, only because I wanted Dawn back like you wouldn't believe.
It's okay to be wrong every now and then.
And we're skipping up until he talks more about Serena, partially because that should have remained his primary topic to begin with, but also because almost the entire time he spent on Iris, it's, I don't think Iris is annoying, but I'd rather have Dawn, and there isn't much we could work with outside of calling his opinion wrong, because let's face it, why would you like Dawn?
You're not trying hard enough.
Anyway, I do apologize for talking too long, but I wanted to give a proper explanation of why Misty left, why May left, why Dawn left, and why Iris left.
The short answer is they were all Republican.
But now let's talk about Serena. Of course, her goal is to become Kalos Queen.
So I don't see why you expected her to leave, seeing as, by your own admission, she was wanting to be top of something that was Kalos exclusive, but, you know, details.
But who knows, she might succeed, she might fail. But the main question is, do you want Serena to stay in the series? Do you want her to travel with Ash to the new region, LOO? Or do you want Serena to stay in Kalos and leave the series and have her replaced with the new protagonist?
Hilariously enough, when Serena left the anime, she decided to go to Hoenn, so neither, I guess.
Again, how do you know that? How would you know if the new protagonist would be the main female of the new games? What's funny about this is that we just came off of Iris. You know, a character who wasn't playable in Unova, but was a gym leader and later a champion. If Black and White had the female protagonist be one of Ash's traveling companions, it'd be Hilda, not Iris.
And spoiler alert, Sun and Moon's female companion is Lily, aka the professor's assistant in the games. I'll grant you that this info hadn't come out at the time of your video, but that should only go to show you that you should make such claims like this, especially when there's the potential to be wrong.
But what if Chicken Lady got the role?
Then he guessed right, but it would still just be a guess, not a flat out confirmation of Ash's next partner.
In fact, if you're looking at the image, the girl who isn't Serena, that's who the new protagonist is. I don't know her name, so we'll just call that girl
Rosebud.
Now, we all know for sure Clement and Bonnie have to stay in Kalos because obviously Clement is a gym leader and he needs to make sure Clembot isn't screwing up and stuff and such, so he needs to stay in Kalos.
Clembot reminds me of Brock's siblings. It was a good Thanksgiving dinner.
As for Serena, this is the difficult part. If you want Serena to be replaced, then don't lift a finger. You don't have to do anything. But if you want Serena to stay in the series, here's what you should do. Go to the description of the video, click the link below, and sign the petition saying you want Serena to stay, and say, screw that bimbo, that new person trying to replace Serena.
Okay, let's ignore just how much of a joke something like Change.org is, for how little it's used, and how ineffective stuff from it generally is, and let's pretend it's legit for a moment. Knowing that the anime plans its course of action 6 months in advance, wouldn't it have been better to, I don't know, start this petition earlier?
Think about it. Even without knowing names or appearances, the moment Sun and Moon were dropped, the writers were likely thinking of ditching Serena in favor of a female from Sun and Moon. Instead of waiting for this new chick to come out, start the petition soon after to keep Serena in. It still would have given them time to think of their course of action down the line, and potentially give her a greater chance of staying in the show, especially if the director saw her be as well received as she might have been.
By waiting until the middle of May to start, you give the director and storyboard artists little time to make up their minds before they get to work on them. If what I'm saying is correct, it'll come out in November to coincide with the games. Unless you had thousands of active Serena fans willing to make their desire to keep her in the anime ready, you started your fight at a time where you already lost.
And all this was under the implication that the Change.org petition had the potential to work in the first place. Maybe even with the petition, they could have changed the companion anyways to help promote the games that the Sun and Moon anime were specifically based on. This has been the case with every female after Misty. Heck, I could probably bet that Misty only got to stay in Johto because those games didn't have a female protagonist until about halfway in. In short,
This was doomed from the start.
Yay!
No, I'm not.
I'll tell you when you're older.
That's one of the ways that will probably keep Serena into the series. I don't know, maybe that might work. You click the description and see if it works or not. So in the end, the decision is yours.
Don't make a Captain Planet reference, don't make a Captain Planet reference, don't make a Captain Planet reference, don't make a Captain Planet reference.
Nice JoJo reference.
Now, yeah!
I get trying to encourage people to voice whether they'd want her to stay or not, but I highly doubt it was their decision to begin with, unless the current director said so, which I don't think he has.
I'm going to end the video here. It's just his closing statements and him saying that he's signing the petition to keep Serena in the anime. Hey, we're basically the same person, but do you want to give your final thoughts first?
I said this once, I'd give final thoughts, but I'm too young to die.
Well, that happened. Anyway, TP.
Well, I was picked up from early 2013, and in the time between your video on Derpy Who's and her voice changing to now, it's clear not much has changed. Actually, that's one thing I see you not liking. Change. Just like how you made a video about a voice change that occurred because people complained despite you liking the original voice. You made a video about a character change that's likely to occur due to tradition, and you don't want that change because you like this character. The difference here is the deal with Derpy was a minimal issue that could be changed soon after. The change here is a major character switch that was likely planned shortly after the games were announced, and it wouldn't surprise me if you, and everyone that signed that petition, acted too late to get the chance to change it.
Alright, let me lay it down for you. Video production was nearly non-existent. With how everything was set up, I wouldn't be surprised if this was made with a cheap screen recorder and Microsoft PowerPoint. This really sticks out to me since, from different points in your video, it sounded like you had to record another line.
And see if it works or not. So in the end, the decision is yours.
So I know you have at least some semblance of audio editing there. Why not more? Why not cut out your flubs and pauses, or do more retakes? As for the visuals, one image on screen for a minute or two at a time, and it's just a portrait of the character and text that summarizes your entire tangents about them. It's lazy and unappealing. Don't get me wrong, commentary interjections usually just consist of avatar images, but even those have some variance and more to engage the audience with. Forget the background, simply showing a different pose of Serena or Misty or whoever you're talking about can work wonders. Hell, this is something you did in your video on Derpy Hoops, so why is it missing here? And these are just the technical aspects. The video itself could hardly be saved even without these issues. This is about wanting to keep Serena in the anime, right? Why not talk more about Serena or why she should stay? Hell, let me try that for you. Out of all the female companions Ash has had, Serena is the one that has had the most implications of wanting to be with Ash. Perhaps even more than Misty. You gave no reason for Serena to stay, just that you wanted her to. What you did with your time instead was hear all the other women and why they left, and other shit that you like about them. Fine, nothing wrong with liking any of them, including Dawn. None of that helps your situation though. And this is further dampened by how often facts from the show argued against why you said a character left. I know this video had the benefit of being released after Sun and Moon came out and Serena already left, but that changes nothing for how poor this video was. It was poorly made and it was poorly argued. And no amount of time in between is going to change that. My advice? if you're going to edit, actually edit. Also, something about doing your research and critical thinking here. So, that time machine fixed yet?
Almost.
So, what else happens to me between 2013 and now?
Well, I think the most obvious is the lack of black borders.
Black? Oh, you mean like Lazarus?
Shit, you really are from 2013.
Get him back now.
Wait, whoa, we're not finished!
I don't fucking care. Just move. Well, nothing changed, right? What? Something on my face?
You could say that.
Did you change your hair?
Oh, fuck's sake, Fafoon. So since the time machine's kaput, we cool now, right? Man, now we can't invent burritos.
But they still exist.
With chocolate chips.
I'm pretty sure they exist elsewhere.
You have 3 seconds to run.
Are you talking to them, or are you talking to me? And if you're talking to me, is it about the time machine, or was it about that one time with artillery?
One.
Yeah, I don't want questions over here. Other than that, let's just fucking go. Bye!
Hold it! This is totally infringing on my rights! Okay. Where was I at? Where's the next line? I only got a few more lines, so. There we go. I got this. I love this. I love this persona I'm putting on here where I'm just like this really loud dick. I mean, that's implied that it's any different from my normal attitude. Anyways, so, well, at least my entire commentary isn't full of memes. Memes. I know you didn't write that down, but that just came to my head. Memes. Kill yourself, you waifu piece of poop. Poop. What am I, 7? Kill yourself, you waifu piece of dick. I'm just adding in lines for you. You can do whatever with them. You don't have to use them. God, I cracked really badly. You freaking black person, you and your try-ups with your memes and your memes and your memes. You memes. You know, this is kind of a really gay script. This is a really gay script. Are you just trying to I don't know what I did wrong. You know what? Reading the script, I don't even regret not taking this. I don't even regret taking this long to record your cameo. If you're gonna come in to my property and be a little peener, then I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna be like, you know, just because you do some theming meme with your memes, it doesn't mean that you're not a plagiarism, you stupid heck. And it's like, oh, but the theme, what does the theming have to do with it? Like, it's sort of a gimmick, y'all are all memes, but, like, think about it. Horse and Jew, it works just as well, okay? I'm just filling up the recording space with me rambling, because someone is coming to pick me up in about 10 minutes or so. And, yeah, you're a Nick TP, you can suck my Jewy kikey cock. Anyways, that's a question with a dick. Heh. Race you to the spaceship. That's the noise I make. Okay, hold up, let me try that one again. It just wouldn't feel complete if I didn't make a stupid noise.
You better not do commentaries ever again. Okay. I got so much shit in the fucking floor. Why? Why is this? Okay. Bitch. I think I'm good. Is this good? Is this recording? Am I? Okay. Yes, I am. That's not sound blocked. I don't really give a shit at the moment. Fuck. All right. Shout out to Chinus. He's fucking great. Should have killed. I want to die. Well, great to see how fucked this whole thing is, but how are you going to keep this trio when one's not supposed to be alive? Fuck that up. Yeah, you better be fucking grateful, you cunt. Yeah, I bet you've become inspired by me, fucking little bitch. Yeah, I bet you've been inspired, you little bitch. You're welcome. Why don't it work for you? I hope it works for you. You bet. If it doesn't, you can suck dick like you normally do. You better stop.